On the 2nd of November 1917, a promise was made in British ink and fulfilled with Palestinian blood. A short letter, but one that changed the course of history and opened the gates of a century-long tragedy. It was the Balfour Declaration, a promise made by those who did not own the land to those who had no rightful claim to it, at the expense of a people who had lived there for millennia. In the context of this decision, the text of the agreement states, His Majesty's government views with favour the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. It was an unjust step that ignored the rights of the Palestinian people and their land. 67 words, written by British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour and addressed to Lord Rothschild, a leading figure in the Zionist movement in Britain. A promise Britain had no right to make, a betrayal that would shape the destiny of a nation. But the story began even earlier. In 1916, the Sykes-Picot Agreement was signed in secret between Britain, France and Russia. It was more than just a treaty, it was a colonial conspiracy to divide the Arab world like spoils of war. The dream of independence was never given a chance to be born. Instead, an illusion was planted in the hearts of the Arabs, that they were under occupation, and that self-rule was their path to liberation, while in truth, the great powers were drawing borders and weaving control from behind the scenes. At the very moment, Britain was sending Sir Henry McMahon to reassure Sharif Hussein bin Ali with empty promises of Arab independence. It was signing in the shadows an agreement to carve up the very same lands. The Arabs believed the promises. They fought alongside the Allies in World War I, only to be rewarded with betrayal. David Lloyd George, Britain's Prime Minister at the time, was among the fiercest supporters of creating a Jewish national home in Palestine. Not out of compassion, but out of strategy. They saw Zionism as a tool, a partner to manipulate in the service of Britain's imperial interests. Following the Balfour Declaration, Jewish immigration to Palestine surged. Little by little, the land was transformed into a battlefield, and the Palestinian people became strangers in their own homeland. The declaration was never just a letter, it was a spark, the beginning of a plan, a map, a project called Zionism, not merely to settle, but to uproot, erase and replace. And so, with a forged promise, a colonial handshake and a double-faced diplomacy, the tragedy of Palestine began. A century of dispossession, occupation and resistance, a century of betrayal, sealed by Britain with a promise, and by the Palestinians with their steadfastness. This was not a declaration, it was a curse, written in British ink and fulfilled with Palestinian sacrifice. Thank you for watching this episode. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any future updates.